The Selfish Path to Romance. Download Chapter 1 for free at drkenner.com.
Should you come clean about your sexual history with a partner? This has a little twist to it, though. Hi, Dr. Kenner. I'm a 36-year-old man who has never had sex with a woman. I am currently dating a woman, Anna, whom I care deeply about, and I don't want to lose her. We have not yet had sex. Should I tell her I've had no experience when the time comes? If so, how and when? Thanks, Seth. Seth, I probably wouldn't wait till that very moment. That would be a big mistake. However, I do think that the openness is important because I think you would be too anxious, and because I think more importantly, the integrity. You want to feel like she understands you. So one of the things I would advise right off the bat, Seth, is not to make it a huge issue, because if you say, oh my God, you're not going to believe this is so awful, she may just pick up on your mood and frame it that way. The second point would be you really want to understand yourself well, and I'm assuming you know yourself. You want to understand, hey bud, why have I not had sex? Ask yourself that. And you want to explore why not. Have you had romantic experiences with a woman? You can have romantic experiences and just not have had intercourse. Have you held someone's hand? Have you kissed them or caressed them or looked into their eyes adoringly? Do you enjoy romantic scenes? Have you longed for romance? Maybe romantic scenes in movies or literature, and it's a top value for you. Do you enjoy yourself, self-pleasuring? Do you think that sex is healthy and good? So you want to understand yourself. And the question would be, you're 36 years old, and the question to ask yourself or to answer is, why have you not had sex? And that ranges. Someone Maybe someone was really afraid of getting a woman pregnant or feeling trapped and guilty once they committed to sex. Maybe they were afraid of failing, that they don't have the experience and they don't think that they'll be good at it. Maybe they never found anyone they valued enough. Maybe they were taught that sex was dirty, and now they're revising that idea and they feel differently. They feel like it's something that they want to treasure and share with a partner. And maybe that's changed over time. Or maybe a parent was promiscuous and you didn't want to follow in that parent's footsteps, so you kind of held off from sex. Or, it could even be on a traumatic sexual abuse issue. Maybe you were abused in your childhood. So only you know the answer to that. And what Anna's going to want to know, as you get closer to her, is when you share that information, she's going to have questions. If I were Anna and you said to me, and we were dating, and you said to me, Anna, of course I can't speak for her, but Anna, I've never had sex before, the first thing I would think of is,
hey, I got to interrupt this because we've got to pay some bills. 30 seconds, that's it. A very quick ad, and then Ellen will be back.
Romance. I wish I knew more about what girls want from a relationship. Boy, I wish I knew more about what I want. Where's that ad I saw? Here it is. The Selfish Path to Romance, a serious romance guidebook. Download Chapter 1 for free at selfishromance.com and buy it at amazon.com. The Selfish Path to Romance. That is interesting.
Anna, I've never had sex before. The first thing I would think of is, oh my God, are you gay? Or do you think sex is dirty? Or are you afraid of intimacy? Or maybe you're from a different culture and it was prohibited? Or were you abused? I want the story behind why you haven't had sex. And so if you're prepared in advance, if you can anticipate some of her questions, give them some thought in advance, and just say, Anna, I know I'm 36 years old, and this may sound a bit surprising. I want to share it with you. I'm feeling very close to you, and I respect you enough. I want to share a bit of my history with you and take it from there. And don't anticipate that she'll be negative about it. Again, that would set you up for, framing the whole thing as a mess. You cannot predict how she'll respond. On one end, it could be negative. It could be, oh no, I want someone experienced. On the other end, I actually Googled not having sex, a guy being a virgin, and just looked at some responses on the internet. So I thought I'd share one or two of these with you. One person, and I'm going to abbreviate these, one person said, the last guy I dated was a virgin. I'm skipping a little. She said, it didn't bother me or scare me, even though it surprised her. I wanted to be more careful about how we handled having sex for the first time if we were going to, but mostly I thought it was a turn on. I find it quite endearing, actually. Another person said to someone who said they were a virgin, oh man, I would let her know. Some girls might find it sweet, and I doubt many would be turned off by it. Another person said, if I were you, I'd just be happy knowing that I haven't done anything with anyone that I might regret, and feel glad in knowing that when it does happen, it will be with someone you really care about. They were giving advice. Do you realize how many women would love to think that when they are about to have sex with their partner for the first time, it would be the very first time for that partner? And so it may, another person said that it might come across as really caring because it's very rare for a guy to have held off till the age of 36. So Anna will have questions, I suspect. Be ready to answer them, and think of it more as endearing for yourself, and know your reasons why. Share whatever you feel comfortable disclosing with Anna. And, I wish you the best with that. And if you need some skills, if you can certainly read about it, or I even wrote a book with Dr. Ed Locke, The Selfish Path to Romance, How to Love with Passion and Reason. And by selfish, we mean self-valuing, self-esteem for both partners, how to value yourselves and cherish one another.
For more Dr. Kenner podcast, go to drkenner.com and please listen to this ad.
Here's an excerpt from The Selfish Path to Romance, the Serious Romance Guidebook by clinical psychologist Dr. Ellen Kenner and Dr. Edwin Locke.
Imagine being 80 years old, looking at old photo albums with your kids or grandkids. What adventures, achievements, and experiences would you like to share with them? But you're not 80, and you still have time to create those experiences. What obstacles do you have to overcome? Set personal goals for yourself and rank them according to what you value most. Then fit them into a reasonable schedule so that you will have time for work, hobby, friends, and romance. Don't abandon yourself by sacrificing your life for others or indulging in short-term, shallow pleasures such as excessive drinking and gambling. When you look back at 80, have something to be proud of.
You can download Chapter 1 for free by going to drkenner.com. And you can buy The Selfish Path to Romance at amazon.com.